Sharn horse come out into that stretch of water there, and from 14 miles away, she didn't know they had this new radar, and they traced the Sharn horse, and the big battleship started to find their salvos from. And you can see the flag on the front of the Belfast, sadly here at half-mast for the sad events out in France yesterday evening. Building in Western Europe today, and that's over 1,000 feet high. Now, boys and girls, whilst you're in London, things are very expensive. We'll try and help you out here. And you want to go to one of these places, you see people up there. Look, not many people up there, not many people seem to know about it. This is a viewing floor, and believe this or not, it is free to go there. There's no charge. There's no catch either. People know about it, and we know about it, and we'll tell everyone who comes on this boat. Look between the buildings, in that gap you'll see a famous London landmark, the monument to the Great Fire of London. And this was built to resemble a candle, as a wax candle is said to have started the Great Fire of London in the Royal Bakery in Pudding Lane. Boys and girls, the sailing ship in the dock is a real ship, a replica of Sir Francis Drake's old vessel, the Golden Hind. And you can go on board to see what life would have been like for those old Elizabethan sailors. Southwark Bridge was built to relieve traffic from Old London Bridge. It's a very quiet bridge compared to some of the other road bridges. Now have a look to your right, there's a nice building. Vintners Place belongs to the Vintners Company, the old wine merchants of London. These people, now to your left hand side again, the round white timber building, the Globe Theatre of William Shakespeare. It's an exact copy to the Globe that stood here in Bankside 400 years ago. The Globe was built thanks to an American gentleman, a man by the name of Sam Wanamaker, who sadly passed away before the completion of the building. His daughter Zoe, she made sure the job was completed. Very fittingly and sad that she had to spread her father's ashes at the stage of that theatre on the opening of the year. A beautiful building, St Paul's, and if you get the chance, try and go there. You won't be disappointed by conveyor belts. Cofferdams are like a dam that they can work inside of it. That's how they built these bridges in the Victorian times. They built cofferdams here to build these buttresses, these supports. The first time they ever used cofferdams on this river was in the 1830s, or the 1820s I should say, when they built the old London Bridge, the one that's now in America. Fall and tide here between 18 and 26 feet of water. Now boys and girls, look at the river wall on the right here, and you can see the lions' heads on the Victoria embankments. On a high spring tide, some days we do see the lions drinking the river water. An exceptionally good time when you see the lions drinking. We see that occasionally. In the olden days, when they built this river wall, they weren't too sure whether they was going to cause flooding, so the police in the olden days had a bit of a sort of system. They had a rhyme. They would evacuate buildings if they saw the lions drinking. In case the tide came in the eye and they thought it might flood. The lion's head should get completely cut. That means London could get completely... You've got it, yes? You are listening, that's good. Being on the other side of this road here, that's the last time over this river wall. Right, as happened, the last time that London did suffer flooding was... Now girls, this might interest you, Waterloo is known as the Ladies' Bridge over the river. That's because it was built by ladies during the Second World War. And a marvellous job the girls have made of Waterloo Bridge. Well done to the girls, well done ladies. We have a building on the right with a flat green roof, London's famous Savoy Hotel. Very expensive London hotel there. Next to it, the building with a large clock, Shell Mix House, the old offices of Shell, the petroleum people. And you can see how wide the river was here. See how far those buildings are inshore? That's how wide the river used to be here. Now seriously folks, them little gardens here, that's called the Adelphi. All through the Adelphi gardens here at the back, there is still evidence here that the river was that wide years ago. There are stairs that go in. Cleopatra's Needle was carved 3,500 years ago. It came from Heliopolis in Egypt. Cairo. The last bridge we go beneath on the way up the river. On the right we have the Tattershall Castle, which used to be a ferry boat on the River Humber. The floating public house on the right today, which has been in London for well over 30 years. Now there's a bit of work going on here as well, right? Well, they've got to reposition the Tattershall, move her along there into a new berth. Just behind her is one of the drainage systems into the river from the Victorian sewage system, an overflow. They've got a cofferdam here as well to take soil away from London. Pilots sadly fell, giving their lives for the freedom that we all have and enjoy as a family. No. Boys and girls, there's the London Eye to your left, which has been a huge building, used to do all the administration work for London, housing, education, fire brigade, etc. The building was sold off. It's now a multifunctional place. Hotels, bowling alleys, bars, restaurants, aquarium, and there's been a parliamentary building here for over 500 years. The present building was opened by Queen Victoria in 1852, and the tall tower at the back of the building is the Victoria Tower, named after Queen Victoria. There you can see folks, all the flags up there in London at half-mast a day. Sir Benjamin was the commissioner and the clerk of the works here when this building was under construction. He was known as Big Ben, the 25 stone. He looked like a bell. They named the bell after him.
St. James's Park, which is a bit more tranquil after the hustle and bustle of Westminster and the Tower. Hello. Smile.